Hello class, let's go ahead and walk through lesson 1 of GS 120. So if you come here to our course, you'll be able to tell it's us by GS 120 1066. Then the way that we start our lessons is just by going to the content tab. And you should have learned this by watching the tutorial on how to navigate iLearn. I sent that out in the email. You can also see it right here on our homepage, which is very nice of them to make it so accessible. So let's head over to the content tab. It should bring up this little overview page first, which is just information about me. So if you ever wonder what my email is, what my phone number is, where my virtual office is, it's all right here. You can access it anytime. But let's go down to our table of contents here. So there should be a welcome thing here and then lesson 1. So to prepare for lesson 1, I strongly recommend that you do check out this welcome section because it will help you complete some of the assignments in advance. So here's the iLearn tutorial, the same one we just talked about. So if you missed it, here's another chance to grab it. Here's our syllabus, which you will be asked to read as part of our lesson 1 assignments, as well as our schedule and how to understand due dates, which are also you are asked to complete in lesson 1. So that's where they are. They're right here. Now, to make sure that you have turned in all your assignments for lesson 1, you'll need to actually come here. And I like to click on lesson 1 itself. It's got little subfolders down here, getting started, pre-gathering, gathering, post-gathering, and lesson enhancement. But if you click on the actual lesson title, then it will bring all of them up together, which I like to be able to see all of them as I scroll through this page. I just think that makes it easier. So there will always be at the beginning of each lesson a questions and conversations discussion board. If you have any questions about this week's assignments, post your question there. And I will be checking that daily, and other students will be checking it and can benefit from your question or even respond to your question if they know the answer. So this is a great little tool that we will be using. The README first is a very important document. Please actually read it first as it requests. In this page, you will be able to know what browser to use. You will be able to download the Microsoft Office suite at no cost. So if you do not have Microsoft Office, if you don't have Microsoft Word, please watch this video, make sure you download Microsoft Word because we will be using many documents that are opened in Word throughout this course. And there's even an introductory video for how to use Word if you are not familiar with it. Okay, so that's very important. Now let's head right back to lesson 1 so we can see what's going on. Oh, I wanted to show you, if I can, okay, let's go back. When you look at something, whenever you read something, I strongly recommend clicking this little checkbox down here. Since I'm in the teacher view, it's already checked, but for you it should be an empty checkbox, and when you click it, the checkbox will appear. And this is super handy because then when you go back to your lesson 1 folder, you can tell if you're done with it or not. It will automatically show these little check marks right here. So if you've read that and you clicked the check mark, then it'll appear here and you can be like, oh, I'm all done with that one. And same thing with the preview. Go ahead and look at the preview, click the checkbox at the bottom, and you'll be able to see that you've completed it. It will automatically put check marks in for any assignments that need to be submitted. So anytime you're reading something, just make sure you check the box, and then you can tell if you're done with everything by whether or not there are check marks all down the list like you see here. And again, I'm in teacher view, which is why it's going to show all check marks, but yours should be blank right now. So now, looking specifically at our lesson 1 assignments, you're going to take a brief quiz called Marking the Beginning, just to kind of be able to judge how far you've come at the end of the semester. It's nice to take some sort of quiz at the beginning of the semester so you have a comparison basis. So read the instructions and then you'll take the quiz in here. If you need a reminder on how to do quizzes, go back to that iLearn tutorial. It will show you how. And then we've got a getting started page you'll need to look at, and lesson material and quiz instructions. So each week we'll be taking a quiz, and you'll need to read this material first, as it will prepare you for the quiz. Make sure you never just take the quiz off the bat. Go through, read your things here, look at any links, make sure you click on all the links and view them. As you can see, I've been looking through this, so they're all clicked. There's a little video to watch, so make sure that you play that. Just look at everything, okay? And then it will tell you how to take the quiz here. And then you'll check your little checkbox here so you know you're done. And you can even just click the over button to go to the next assignment in the list. And here you are at your lesson material and quiz. So you'll start the quiz and complete it. So each week we'll be doing something like that, where you will read material and then take a quiz on that material, which is why it's nice to take notes as you're reading through the quiz instructions. So we just did this, and then we clicked the over arrow to get to this. And once you've submitted the quiz, a big check mark will appear here, okay? Then this gives your instructions for the discussion board. And then when you click on this, you can actually write up your intro and post that for the class to see. And I'm excited to get to know you. I'm going to read each one and respond. So yeah, I'm looking forward to your posts there. Everything in this folder that we just went through, in the pre-gathering folder, is due Wednesday at 11 p.m. Mountain Time. Make sure you turn it in on time. I will be very generous with due dates for the first 3 weeks of class, but after that, there will be late penalties and other things, so make sure that you are getting used to turning them in on time, because we do have due dates in this class, okay? Then we have the gathering folder. You'll want to just read through the gathering preparation, and that will help you prepare for the gathering that you will attend in person on Thursday in an institute building near you. And once you're done with that, you just need to report that you attended the gathering here. Well, let's see here. So gathering preparation, attend the gathering. So this is just where it says, go to your gathering. And then attendance report instructions tells you how to fill out the quiz, which should be really easy. But this is the actual quiz where you open it up. It's not a quiz like, what did you learn? It's just a place for you to report that you attended your gathering, okay? So just click on that and report it after you've attended. So you can do that Thursday night or Friday morning, whatever you like, okay? So that's the gathering folder, and that will appear each week as well. So you'll need to fill out that attendance report every week. And it's worth a huge part of your grade. So if at all possible, don't skip your gatherings, because that will start to tell on your grade really fast if you do miss. Okay, then we've got the post-gathering folder, and this is all due Saturday at 11 p.m. Mountain Time. So make sure you translate that to your own time zone. The iLearn tutorial should show you how to do that. So then you need to respond to all the posts on the discussion board where we introduced ourselves. And again, if you click here, so this is the instructions for how to respond to the posts. And then this is where you enter the discussion board and comment on those posts. And then each week we will be having an application activity. So this is the final thing I want to walk you through. So again, we've got directions and then where you submit the activity. So if we click on the directions, wait for it to load, then here we've got different steps. So it says, remember this video we watched? If you didn't see it, go ahead and look here. And then it asks you to download a template and answer the questions. This is really nice. They didn't used to have templates, and I think it's made things a lot easier. So if you just click on this link, it will automatically download. If you're in Chrome, you'll see it pop up down here. In Firefox, it should do a little download arrow up here in the right-hand corner. And if you click on that thing, it will then open it. I've already got it opened here. So it just opens up a Word document where you get to think about what you've learned this week, and you get to apply it to your own life, which is why it's called the application activity. So in these templates, all you need to do is click here to enter text, just like it tells you. So put your name here. So I would put Lara Baumgarten. put the date, and then go ahead and answer these questions. Notice that it asks you to write at least one paragraph per question. So just for clarity's sake, I expect this to be a full thought. So paragraphs are usually between, at minimum, 3 to 4 sentences. 3 sentences would have to be pretty long sentences though. So I would say probably 4 sentences or more is what I'm going to expect on each of these questions, because I want you to actually have a chance to think about it, to engage with this question, and to say, how am I going to change my life to live the way I really want to? So here you're going to talk about what things do you need to change in your life so you can be successful in this course as far as schedules and duties go. What do you think is the best way to make these adjustments? So this is just helping you plan. It's helping you think out loud on the paper. And then, do you need to coordinate with other people to make this work? If so, write about that here. What are the benefits of making these adjustments? So again, write a full paragraph for each of these questions, and then all you need to do is save it. Save this document. I recommend saving it under a new name, so that you know how to recognize it, unless you like the name it already has. And put everything together into a GS120 folder on your computer so that it's super easy to find. So save it, and then when you come back here and click that you read it, then move to the next document, and this is where you'll submit it. And again, this is due Saturday, 11 p.m. Mountain Time. Okay, so here you just press Add Attachments, Upload, and it will bring up the folders on your computer. And you can then go to your GS120 folder and pull up the file that you just saved. Okay, and once you submit it, that little check mark will appear and you'll know that you're done. So that will appear every week, some sort of application activity. Download the template, fill it out, save it, upload it, turn it in. We'll be good, right? And besides that, there's just a little quiz that occurs weekly, which you'll also see here in our post gathering folder. Here's the application activity directions and activity we just did, and then you'll have a learning report. And this is where you just think through what you learned and respond to a couple of different questions about that. Okay, so read the directions, then submit the quiz here. So there are our assignments this week. There also is a lesson enhancement folder each week. I almost skipped it. And if you click here, you will see additional documents that can give you more insight into the subject we're talking about. Okay, so here it's got some different links you can click on and read for more information and more inspiration on these different ideas. Okay, so this can be a really fun folder to look through, even if you're just looking at these little synopses or quotes. It can be a nice way to kind of get some extra excitement and motivation on some of these ideas. So that's something else to look at as well that will show up weekly. So I hope that's helped you get introduced to our different assignments and feel comfortable in our weekly setup. I'm looking forward to getting to know you. If you have any questions, please just let me know. I'm happy to help.